Mr. B, if you're the Bucks, how are you feeling about the comments that Giannis made? He's done several interviews. He seems to bounce back and forth. I love Milwaukee. I want to stay in Milwaukee. I want to compete for championships. I won't request a trade, but if it's up to me, when I can't dip, I will dip.
I mean, to me, for the Bucks, I mean, they've done everything they could. I mean, they're a small market team, so you went and got, Bud. You won a championship. You got the coach that he wanted. You fired him. You got Dame, and you got the players that you wanted. So, I mean, for Milwaukee to everything that they've tried to do, like I said, in the small market, they've done everything. So I think at this point, you would just want to like a direct answer at this point. Kind of feel like that at this point, because now it's just lingering on. And with the way the Bucks are playing, I know it's not probably a championship year. It won't be a championship year this year, but you got to start planning for the future and what's next.
So speaking of that, planning for the future, Gil, like we said, Giannis eligible to sign an extension October 1st. I think that'll indicate a lot of what's going on. Like I mentioned, he'll be a free agent potentially in the summer of 2027. So if you're the Bucks, how are you feeling about these comments? Giannis saying that I don't know if I leave. It's not up to me. Maybe I would have already left if it was up to me.
I'm still coming down from.
No, stay. I need that energy right where it is, sir.
Basically, he's saying, trade me this summer because when I'm a free agent, the choice is mine, and you're not going to get anything back from me. So that's what those comments are. But I'm pretty sure the Bucks know that already. So,
very well stated, Gil. Very well.
You know what? We just gonna they should just kick that motherfucker out the building. How about that? You want to do all the indoor outdoors? You want to do all the indoor outdoors? Talking to the little Greek things. All right, we're gonna trade your ass tomorrow. Let's just get the fuck off the table. I mean, just come on, somebody got to do something now. Okay,
Give us.
I don't want to hear both sides. Obviously, free agent, he's gonna leave. That means you got to make the move. I don't care if you don't want to make. You got to make the move because he said, "Hey, I'm about to be out." So most likely, this summer, you're going to have to do it. Because when he's a free agent, he's going to do it. He's going to put himself in a position where he gets to win championships. And that's not here. It's going to be somewhere else. So your hand is forced. So you're going to have to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
The writing's on the wall. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep, and you got to do it before October 1st.
I mean, really, you have up till the trade deadline 2027 to do something, but I think the longer you wait and once it becomes clear that he's not coming back, other teams are just going to try to strong arm you. And I feel like those, I don't know if you're going to get the return you want.
What I'm saying, it's clear, right? It is clear that he wants to win a championship. So if your intentions as an organization is not to spend the money on winning a championship, you have to trade him to get something back if you want something back, right? If you think you're going to just keep putting a little bit of pieces here to to pretend that you're trying to win a championship, that's not going to work anymore for him.
No, but he got to keep holding around the answer. He acting like Rashad right now. You got to give me something to fight back with you. Like, you tiptoeing around the fucking question. Be as direct with the motherfucker. Like, let us fight with you. If you want to leave, motherfucker, okay, your ass out of here. If you want to win, let us fucking know. Like, we want us to fight with you, say some shit for we can fight with you. But if you tiptoe around this shit, we don't know what the fuck going on.
More shots from the teammates.
As Giannis.
More shots from niggas that's on your side.
Same shit as with Giannis. Like, Giannis tiptoeing around the trade shit. Like, goddamn, they let us know, all right, you want to get traded. All right, we going to trade your ass. You get it?
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. No, just a straight answer.
Tiptoe around the answer, but fucking be direct.
I think that's how the Bucks fans are probably just wondering now, like, like if you're gonna, if you're gonna do it, yes or no. At this point.
So Would you do it before? Like I said, they have till October 1st. That means you got to wait the whole summer.
The Bucks are 3 games back from 8. They're 3 games back from 9. 5 games back from 8. 30. What is it? 30-something games left.
You got like 20, a little bit over 20, I believe.
They got a chance.
A little bit over 20. So, I mean, let's just say they end the year in the play-in and they make the playoffs. They end up playing the Pistons or the Celtics. Does Giannis want to go somewhere after that when they could potentially build on to that?
So 25 games left for the Bucks. Giannis should be coming back in the next couple games. Potentially,
they're 8-2. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They could make a run. They could make a nice little run to get back in the playoffs and show some promise with what they have right now. With what they have is not much for a championship team. Of course it's not. But if they get some pieces in the summer to appease Giannis, cool. If not, they're going into rebuilding, and Giannis is going into rebuilding. So, to me, I think he should wait and figure out what they do by the end of the season. Don't jump the gun.
So
this team can make it to the second round for sure.
So here's the other part of that's problematic, though, right? Like if you're the Bucks,
this team can make it to the second round. If they don't run into Pistons or Boston, if they play or Cavs.
Well, one of those 3 teams would likely be their opponents. But here's the deal: the Bucks don't have a ton of cap flexibility. They do have their draft pick, so it would behoove them to follow the tanking trend that other teams are to try to get a top 5, top 6 pick in the draft. But unlikely, because Giannis said when he's coming back, he's playing hard. The team, like you said, trending in the right direction, 8-2. So now they're going to get stuck in that no man's land where they make the playoffs, could potentially get to the second round. But this is not a championship caliber roster that Giannis has right now.
Okay, can I ask y'all something? They're 8-2 without him, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he comes back, they play a different style, and they're rejecting him, right? Remember, he's complaining about they won't pass the ball around. They passing the ball around to each other, right? They're doing it for each other. So we can say, hey, when he comes back, we going boop. But I don't know if from the comments earlier, from how they were playing, the reason they're there, he was there. They wasn't playing for him. They're playing for themselves now. So I don't know how you go into the playoff adding the piece that they kind of like stop listening to, stop playing hard for, right? We haven't heard none of those since, right? Not from the coaching staff, not from. If you wouldn't have said they was fucking 8-2, a lot of people won't know because it's been so quiet there. They just been winning and playing. So that's the one thing that might be shaky. And if he comes back and then they drop 4, obviously those players are gonna be looking at him like, "Come on, bro, take a back seat." So I don't know.
If they play Detroit, you think it wouldn't be a good series? You don't think so? With Giannis versus Cade?
I think Detroit's too physical. I think Detroit's too physical for them.
But Giannis is a half court. Oh, no.
Yeah, he's a full court player.
He's a full court player. I'm tripping.
No,
but I don't know.
I'm gonna just put both them strong dudes on Giannis and just keep bodying Giannis, and then make everybody have to go.
On paper, Giannis got a lot of talent, like a lot of people that could get buckets on this team. From Kuz to Cam to Porter, like they could put the ball in the hole. If they go in there with confidence and these type of players go be high when we making shots. If they go in making shots with confidence, I don't know, that could change that whole thing. Cam getting fucking 30 in 20 minutes.
I mean, Detroit got a lot of confidence too now.
Shit, they only got one guy that can fill it up like that.
Nah. They feeling that shit from last year with the Knicks when they lost. They got a lot of vengeance over there, bro. Like, I don't think a lot of people want to see them first round. You got to be careful with Detroit. Detroit, Spurs, them, be careful.
Everybody that's been number 1 Except for Boston in the East been getting their ass whooped, boy, first round of
Be
playoff.
be careful asking for that heat in that first round with them boys.
So, Mr. B, as it's shaping up, a shot like you mentioned, I think Bucks 5.5 games behind the Sixers for the 6th seed, just one game behind the Hornets for the final playing spot. So there is some potential wiggle room they go on a run. Like we mentioned, Giannis expected to return soon, said he's going to play hard when he does come back. Team was 3-11 without Giannis early in the season when he was dealing with calf strains and other injuries. He's missed 13 games. They're 8-5 in those 13, 8-2 in the last 10 of those. So like we said, really trending in a positive direction. Seen some solid play as of late from Kevin Porter Jr., Ryan Rollins, and recent acquisition Cam Thomas was averaging like 15 to 19 minutes per game. That's why he, like you mentioned, did his thing as well. Has Doc Rivers giving him comparisons to Jamal Crawford, Lou Will. But been there for 7 games. Mr. B, how confident or optimistic are you that the Bucks can turn things around and become a playoff team? Not a play-in team, but a team that can get to a 7-game series in the Eastern Conference playoff.
I think because the East is playing well and the way Charlotte and everybody's still playing because they're fighting. You got Atlanta over there with Kuminga and all those young guys. It's going to be tough. I could definitely see them in the play-in game. They might be able to get to 6, but I'm definitely confident that they can be in the play-in game, and then we can see what happens from there.
Swaggy, are you confident in this Buck squad? Obviously, your family in Milwaukee still has not heard from you. We'd love for you to come to a playoff game.
Right now, these guys are playing like the backs against the walls. Nobody believe in them, and I know that feeling. So I like what they're doing. As long as they got confidence, I feel like they could be anybody with them type of guys they got that could fill it up, that could create score from any level. They're gonna be dangerous, man. They're gonna shock some people more than people think, I feel like.
Dr. McCants.
I seen your dad dunk at 72. That's crazy.
That's why nothing to do with this. He was a former Milwaukee Buck. Still dunking at 70.
I was watching the game and they just showed him Crenshaw. Yeah.
Promoting his book, The Crenshaw Chronicles, coming soon. Shout out to Marcus Johnson. People still don't realize that's my dad. We have the same last name, same gap tooth. He got veneers though. But let's move on to Dr.
Holding the camera. I seen that.
I did film it for all those who are curious. Exquisite filming as well, multi-talented. But Dr. McCants, you said the Hornets, you have more faith in the Hornets and the Bucks to start this season. That is proven to be correct. But now how much faith do you have in the Bucks moving forward with this young crew coming together? Giannis now trying to acclimate himself good. Like you pointed out, Giannis made comments previously like these dudes weren't moving the rock around, weren't giving him the respect that he deserves, 2-time MVP. But do you think the Bucks can turn this around and get back to the playoffs?
I think the acquisition of Cam Thomas put a battery in Rollins' back. It put a battery in Kevin Porter Jr.'s back. Yep. I think it was able to, challenge them all to come out there and show more grit, more aggressiveness towards being able to give Giannis some type of hope if he does come back. Like, let's turn it around a little bit. I think Bobby even out there playing a little bit different. Cool's out there playing different. Big boy Sims out there playing different. They out there running around. Yeah, they out there running around. And just like the Hornets, when you start figuring out the second half of the season, it's just about being consistent with who you play and how you play. And I think Doc Rivers still fucking with the minutes with Cam Thomas has got him still a little fluctuated, trying to figure out what his place is. 20 minutes a game off the bench is tough when you come off of 34 and 25 minutes and you know that if I played a little bit longer, when I get it going, I'm going to be able to get it going. So seeing
you
his
gotta
minutes,
make shots. Yeah,
his minutes is a little bit different as I've been seeing the last 2 games anyway. But Rollins and Kevin Porter have been playing very well. So it's kind of difficult to try to figure out how to play all 3 of them and they do the same thing. So I can understand that side as well. As long as they're winning, I think that's what they're looking at. As long as we're winning games, the guys who we brought in are doing well. And so Cam is the new guy. You got to get in where you fit in at this point. When Giannis comes back, I know the perception is that they don't really fuck with him like that. But I think him watching the new way of how they play is not come in and give it to me and let's go back to the way we was going. I think it's going to be let me figure out how they're playing well right now and let me fit into how they're playing well right now. Let's see what they're doing successful. Let me inject how I can inject, how I do what I do, running, blocking, dunking, picking slides, all those different things can help them, especially on the defensive end. I think that's the best part.
Last but not least, Mr. Gilbert J. Arenas, the namesake of Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoop whoop.
What was the question?
Do you think the Bucks can turn things around and make the playoffs?
I mean, if you have a shot if you can get into a playing game at 10. Where you what 3 games out of 5 games out of 5 games out of 8th spot.
So 4 games out the 8th spot, 5 games out the 7th spot.
5 wins. 4 wins.
Yep.
5 wins out of the 8th spot. Yeah, you're 5 wins out of the 8th spot. So you're competing for 10th to try to, realistically, you're sitting at 11th right now. 20-something games left. Your best player's not here. And you guys still, it's not like when you left, you guys had this rhythm of playing with each other. So then you have to get a rhythm, try to get to the 10th, 9th spot, to then try to get into the 8th spot, to then play the first round. I personally don't see no hope of moving forward, making this a great playoff run, right? It's really a big uphill battle, right? When they were in 8th spot playing against Miami and all that, we did feel confident because Giannis was that dominant and the team was that dominant, but he ended up getting hurt. But the fact that this team is still trying to figure who they are, then you got to try to get into 10th or 9th, then fight that game. Well, you got to win twice.
Yeah, as a 10th or 9th seed, you'd have to win 2 games to get the 8th seed.
Yeah, so you got to win 2 games, then play the 8th seed. Like, you don't have no rest. I mean, then Giannis got to last the whole first round. So what are we really talking about?
If they can sneak to the 8th seed, though, Gil, they could potentially get that 7th spot. Now you're talking about a Celtics-Bucks potential, or Bucks, Knicks, Cavs, one of those teams.
If they can get to the 8th seed,
yeah.
5, they need 5 wins, and they're already 3 losses, because you can't take off. You can get wins, you can't take losses, so they're 3 losses behind.
Yeah, but there are 25 games left, too, though.
But your best player's not here. No.
8-2 on the last 10 games without your best player.
Yeah.
Gil, I gotta agree with you. Hey, Gil, I gotta agree with you because we just beat the Cavs, right? They didn't even have their star players, and we lost to a Toronto team that was healthy by 28. So I'm just
see who we got.
No. I know, but I'm saying we just beat the Cavs yesterday by 1, and they didn't even have their star players, and we're 5 games out of 8th, and the
but
teams
your
ahead of us
schedule is not like the worst. It's not that hard coming up.
But we're losing.
You got Utah
we're not that
twice.
okay. They're playing well,
but
they're playing better.
You should be able to beat Utah. You got a young Atlanta. I think twice.
Atlanta's still in the hunt. Atlanta's in the hunt.
Bucks have one of the weaker remaining strength of schedules. I think
Yeah,
they're 22nd.
They
22nd in the league right now.
Yeah.
Take that for whatever you want to take that for, but
You should be able to win majority of them games if you're really trying to make the playoffs.
But there's teams ahead of them that's still trying to win too.
But you just heard they got one of the weakest last.
Okay.
I don't know. I think Charlotte's trying to make the playoffs. Atlanta trying to make the playoffs. Miami don't want to leave. Orlando want to leave. I mean, so you're trying to then jump into that. Then you got to battle with them to then get to then play against Detroit to get beat up the whole round. Like even if they make the playoffs, they're not going anywhere.
Still, just making the playoffs with that group.
A brute team. Like if you was playing against a finesse team, you're playing against a team that's going to put you in a half court and beat on you the whole. They're going to beat on you the whole match.
As this team,
when they play a finesse team like Indiana.
But that don't give them confidence just making the playoffs. Them guys that don't look how we talking about them. They making the playoff. Man, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure whoever played the Bulls and they was in the 8th spot, they was happy to make the playoffs. Then you got to face the Bulls. Like making the playoffs is cool. Then you got to play you got to play first place. Right? Think about it. First place, like that's shit.
And not the worst thing in the world for the Bucks to not make the playoffs going to the lottery either, though. So that's that's what I'm saying. It probably would be better for them to do that and now get this draft pick and hopefully try and grab somebody to persuade Giannis to stay around. But let's keep this thing moving. We will keep it in the